Hi guys, Black here. Seeing how I'm going to be losing my job soon, I guess I'll be making YouTube videos. Alright, first of all, let me tell y'all about my OnlyFans page, right? Did I talk about this once before? The last time I checked, I was up to 160 bucks in like the last 3 months. Okay. 3 months before that, I think I got up to like 120 some bucks before I cashed it out. And now, like I said, I'm up to $160. So what is on my OnlyFans page, you probably asking? Well, the majority of the videos is just me telling nasty stories. Stories that won't fly on YouTube. Um, there's a few other stuff on there, some videos of some stuff not necessarily nudity, but I have a video of a guy that's changing a flat tire with his underwear showing. Like I said, stuff that won't fly on YouTube. There's a few other things I don't really want to mention, but they're also on my OnlyFans page. So, is it possible? I mean, if I lose my job, will I start making videos of me shifting my own gears until I reach the promised land? I do something. I gotta pay for this house some kind of way. And if it takes that, so be it. I can't understand why the hell people want to see a 50-year-old, overweight, fat, ugly man naked, but apparently there's a market for it, so whatever, man. So what else do I want to talk about? Now, this should be separate videos, but I need to clean off my phone. I got a whole bunch of stuff I need to talk about. So I'm just going to talk about it. All right. Next thing. High pressure gas injectors do not stop up. What do I mean by that? Direct gas injection. The injectors do not stop up. Okay, now, some people going to jump down my throat on that. Oh, no, Black, here you go. He always talking. He don't know what he talking about. First of all, you have a fuel filter, okay? The fuel filter will stop dirt from getting to the injectors, okay? Now, some people will say, well, Black, a fuel filter, it ain't going to stop all the dirt. When you hear the word micron, the fuel filter, it only filters down to so many micron and dirt still get past it. Yeah, I'm quite sure some dirt will get past the filter, but guess what? If dirt is small enough to go through the filter, it's not going to stop up the injectors. That dirt, when it get to the high pressure fuel pump, it ramps the pressure up to, I heard something about 2,000 PSI. Do you honestly believe a speck of dirt is going to jam up an injector? Any dirt that's in that fuel is going to get pushed through that injector. At 2,000 PSI, if you took the injector and you held your hand in front of that injector when it injects fuel, it's probably going to puncture your skin. Why? Because it's 2,000 PSI pressure. So if there's any dirt in that fuel, it's going to go right through the hole. Even though the hole is small, it's going to go right through that hole. So again, do injectors get stopped up? Yeah, when you don't run a filter. If the filter tear up or there's a puncture in the filter, yeah, dirt will get past it. If you have a good filter, dirt is not going to get past that filter. All right? It's not going to happen. There's a guy, his name is the Humble, I think it's the Humble Mechanic, the guy with a big old beard. He tried to tell me that he from his experience, he's been a mechanic and he's seen injectors get dirty. Bull crap. You ain't seen no damn injectors get dirty, okay? I don't know why y'all sit up and tell that lie. If you ever worked on GM 4.3 or 5.7 or 5.0 Vortec engine, with the central port fuel injection, whenever you have a fuel pressure regulator that's leaking, wherever the fuel pressure regulator is leaking, under it is spotless. And what I mean by spotless, you have EGR, exhaust fuel, running through the intake. Wherever that fuel is leaking, that particular spot is spotless. I mean, you can tell wherever the fuel regulator is leaking because it's not going to be any carbon. It's going to be it's going to be clean, 100% clean. Why? Because gasoline is a solvent. It will clean. So you don't need fuel injection cleaner. So people say, well, Black, if you don't need fuel injection clean, why do people sell it? Because stupid people will buy it. That's why. Duh. You know, the thing with LeBron James, all right? He said something about the police that shot and killed the 16-year-old girl that had the knife. And of course, people jumped down his throat and, you know, everybody's mad with him. There was a black cop, a big old muscle-bound black LA cop. You know, he want to talk to LeBron James. He want to have a conversation about being a policeman. What he need to have a conversation with is them white cops around here shooting every time they have a problem with a black man, they pull out the gun. Every damn video you see, the first thing they do, oh, let me see your ID. If you don't give them your ID, what they do? Pull out the gun. White cops can't arrest nobody because they always have a gun in their hand. Put your gun down. Even though they always put your hand behind your back. One hand on the gun, and other hand holding the handcuffs. But like I said, if he want to talk to somebody, he need to talk to them crazy white cops to keep killing black folks. That's who we need to be talking to, not LeBron James. LeBron James ain't killed nobody. I was watching Kevin Samuel, right? And he, of course, he was talking about how there were several black women who have kids, and they say, I didn't want to marry my husband. I didn't want to marry my baby daddy. I didn't want to marry my baby daddy. Okay, he says, well, why did you have kids by him? Well, I'm not having an abortion. I'm not killing my kids. Why do black women have kids by a man they don't want to marry? You want to know why? Black women like to have a reason for that man to come around. So if they get pregnant by that man, they will have a reason for that man to come around for at least 18 more years. That's the reason why black women have kids. You know. Whatever, man. Let's talk about the 4L60E. All right. People, you hear people say this all the time. Heat is the number one killer in automatic transmission. You hear people say, oh, heat is the number one killer of automatic transmission. And then you have people who don't quite understand what's going on, and they think, well, if my third gear clutches burn up, maybe if I put a transmission cooler, they won't burn up. It's not the same kind of heat. It's not the same kind of heat. When you have a 4L60E and your 3/4 clutches are burning up, it's not because the transmission is overheating, it's because the 3/4 clutches are slipping too much, okay? Putting a transmission cooler is not going to keep the clutches from overheating. They're not overheating because the fluid is hot, they're overheating because they're slipping too much. It's sort of kind of like if you have a manual transmission and you keep burning up clutches. Putting a transmission cooler on that manual transmission is not going to help the fact that you burn up clutches. Why? Because it's two different systems. Now you probably say, well, Black, it's not because automatic transmission, the fluid runs over the clutches. Yeah, it does. But again, the clutches are not burning up because the fluid is too hot. They're burning up because the damn clutches are slipping too much. Completely change the subject. Again, I'm trying to clean off my phone. I got a bunch of stuff I need to talk about, all right? Some few years ago, my brother invited me to his house. He was going to cook a wild hog. Okay. When I got to the house, I think he had already started cooking the wild hog. And the hog was smelling. Okay, we had ate some wild hog from a friend of his maybe a year earlier. So it had been a while, so I didn't really remember what the hog smelled like, but it smelled like a barbecue pork or whatever. Well, my brother decided, he cut off a little piece of the pork, the hog, and he gave it to me. He ate some of it. And I remember eating it, thinking to myself, this tastes like female body parts. I'm like, why does it smell like female body parts, right? Kind of tasted that way too. But, I'm thinking, I'm not no cook. I'm not a cook. I'm a truck driver and mechanic. I don't know nothing about cooking a wild hog. Well, after, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 minutes, my brother decided he was going to flip the hog, right? So he take his big old fork and he sticks into the hog and he picks the hog up and he go to flip the damn hog and the hog exploded. When it exploded, oh my, all hell broke loose. Turns out the damn hog had started decomposing before he even started cooking it. It was decomposing. They believe that he soaked it in some kind of solution of vinegar or something, and they said that he was supposed to have kept it on ice while he was doing this soaking. Well, the damn thing started decomposing. As a matter of fact, they said that it probably started decomposing before he even bought the damn hog. Check this out. My brother bought the hog from some man that he didn't really know. That's who my brother bought the hog from. So they said most likely the damn hog would decompose when he got it. But anyway, we only ate a small piece of it. I got a wee bit of diarrhea, but it really wasn't enough to talk about. But I haven't had wild hog since. Would I eat? Yeah, I would love to have wild hog. I'm just not going to get my brother to cook it. You watch YouTube videos all the time, and you hear people, swear up and down they want their car to stop better than it did from the factory. Like you meet people with brand new F-150s or F-150s since like 2013 and new, and they swear up and down they want the truck to stop good. They want the truck to stop good. They want high performance brake pad. They want brake pads that are going to stop. That's going to handle towing. You do know if you put the stock brake pads on your truck from Ford, they will stop a lot better than anything you can buy from AutoZone, Advance, Napa, who's else? O'Reilly. Did I say AutoZone? So if you go to Ford and buy Ford brake pads, your truck will stop better than any pads you can get from any parts store. I'm telling you. But again, people swear up and down, I want my truck to stop good, so I'm buying some Stop Tech brake pads. If you really want your truck to stop good, or pretty much any car, buy the pads that came on it from the factory, okay? I want to talk about the truck at work I drive, the International. It's the 2018 LT. I've been meaning to talk about this truck. Now, my new Volvo is still not ready. It is still not ready. I've been in this damn truck for working on 6 weeks. They can't fix the truck. So you probably say, well, Black, why can't they fix the truck? I don't know. I'm just a dumbass driver. I don't know. But let's talk about the International, okay? Again, it's a 2018. When I got the truck, it had 228,000 miles. Now it has 239,000 miles. Okay, so I put a little over 10,000 miles on the truck. This truck is the worst riding truck I've driven in a while. So what's wrong with the way it rides? It bounces. It bounces a lot when you drive. Even when you ride on smooth ground, it just bounces. And when you hit a bump, it Does it need shocks? I don't know what the hell it needs. I just know it rides bad. The brakes are hard. You got to stand on the damn brakes to get them to work. The Volvo was like a car. You just step on the pad, the damn car. You step on the pedal, and the truck will stop. This damn International, you got to step down on the pedal to get it to work. I mean, it just. But all I can say is this: there is a difference between International and Volvo and Freightliner. Freightliner is a hell of a lot better truck than International. I don't know what the hell they make Internationals out of, but they need to stop. Them are some bad riding trucks. Also, I had an accident in the truck, and I think did I make a video talking about it? Well, anyway, so what happened? Basically, I pulled up next to a fire hydrant, okay? On the right side of my truck, I parked next to a fire hydrant, okay? The fire hydrant had this square reinforced guard around it. Big old heavy duty pipes to keep you from hitting the fire hydrant. Well, normally when I have to make a U-turn, I circle the building and go back out, but there was flooding going on. So I needed to make a U-turn. So I decided to swing right so I could make the U-turn to the left. Well, when I swung right, I ran right into the damn guard. And it messed up the fairing on the side of the truck, and it dented the fuel tank pretty damn bad. I mean, bad enough to, it's probably holding about 10 gallons less fuel than it did before. But, you know, whatever, man. It's the worst accident I've had in my 14 years of driving. So, I mean, hey, what can I say? At least I didn't hit another car. So we can't get sued. I want to talk about this. You know, you've probably heard people say, don't let your car run low on gas because you're hurting the fuel pump. When your car is low on gas, fuel splashes up on your fuel pump and it keeps the fuel pump cool. 100% bullcrap. Why do I say that? First of all, the fuel pump is usually inside of a housing, all right? Also, fuel actually goes through the motor. No, I'm dead serious. Gasoline actually goes through the electric motor. If you don't believe me, Google, AirTech fuel pumps on YouTube and watch the video. Fuel actually runs through the motor. So whether your fuel tank is full or empty, if there's enough fuel to go through the fuel pump, it's cooling the motor off. Also, some people say when you ride around with low fuel, the pump sucks up trash. If there's trash in your tank, the trash is on the bottom of your tank, okay? They put the pickup on the bottom of the tank because just say if this the tank and the pickup is halfway up the tank, once your fuel get halfway, it can't pick up fuel. So they have to put the pickup on the bottom of the tank. So if you have trash in your tank, the pickup is on the bottom. So it's gonna suck up trash either way. So that crap about, don't let your car run down low because it'll pick up trash. Again, people who don't know no better, they speculate and they don't know what the hell they're talking about.